Have you ever sat down, looked around at your life and felt a deep sense of confusion? Maybe you've been going through the motions, working hard, ticking off the daily tasks, but deep inside, something's missing. There's a void that no amount of success, material possessions, or approval seems to fill. You're searching for meaning, for purpose, something that connects your daily actions to a greater vision. But despite your best efforts, you just can't seem to find it. You're not alone in this. Finding your purpose in life is one of the most profound and transformative journeys you can take, but it's also one of the most difficult. Many of us feel lost at times, wondering if we're doing the right thing or if there's something more we're supposed to be doing. So, what if I told you that the reason you're struggling to find your purpose might not be because it's hidden somewhere deep within you, but because there are things you're doing that are actually blocking it? In this video, I'm going to talk about the things you need to stop doing if you can't find your purpose. These habits, thoughts, and actions are keeping you stuck in a cycle of confusion. By letting go of them, you'll make room for clarity and inspiration to find the purpose you're longing for. If you're ready to stop feeling lost and start moving toward a life filled with meaning and direction, then let's dive right in. The trap of following someone else's path. The first thing you need to stop doing if you can't find your purpose is following someone else's path. I remember a time in my life when I was so focused on living up to the expectations of others that I completely lost sight of what I wanted. It was like I was playing a part in someone else's script. I went to school because that's what I was supposed to do. I worked at a job because it looked good on paper, and I followed a career path because it seemed to align with what others had achieved. But I was miserable. I was checking off the boxes, doing what society said would lead to success, but it never felt fulfilling. The more I tried to fit into someone else's mold, the more disconnected I became from myself. It wasn't until I hit a breaking point, feeling burnt out and confused about my life, that I realized something crucial. I wasn't listening to my own heart. We live in a world that constantly tells us what success looks like. From social media influencers to family members and colleagues, we're bombarded with images of what we should be doing with our lives. The truth is, there is no one-size-fits-all path to purpose. Your purpose isn't found by following the footsteps of someone else. It's found by listening to your own desires, dreams, and values. Stop comparing your journey to others. The moment I started following my own path rather than trying to copy someone else's, things started to click. If you can't find your purpose, stop following someone else's version of success. Instead, take a step back, listen to your inner voice, and start charting your own course. Trust yourself, you already have the answers within you. The problem of seeking external validation. The second thing you need to stop doing is seeking external validation. For years, I sought validation from the outside world. I wanted people to tell me I was doing a good job, that I was on the right path. I looked for approval from my peers, my family, my social circle, and even complete strangers on the internet. It's natural to want affirmation. Who doesn't want to feel recognized, valued, and appreciated? But what I didn't realize at the time was that relying on external validation to define your worth or purpose will always leave you feeling empty. It's a moving target. What one person thinks is amazing, another might not even notice. I found that the more I looked to others for approval, the less I trusted my own intuition. I was constantly second-guessing myself, unsure of whether I was on the right track. It felt like I was constantly chasing something that was just out of reach. I remember a conversation I had with a mentor of mine. She said something that stuck with me. The only validation that matters is your own. That really hit home for me. The truth is, your purpose is not defined by the opinions of others. It's something that comes from within. If you're struggling to find your purpose, stop seeking approval from the outside world. Instead, start looking inward. Ask yourself what truly matters to you. What do you want your life to represent? When you start validating yourself, the world will start to reflect that back. The perfectionism trap. The third thing you need to stop doing is striving for perfection. I get it. Perfectionism can feel like a safety net. It gives you something to hide behind. If your idea, your project, your vision isn't perfect, then you don't have to put it out there. You can keep it safe, keep it in your mind, keep working on it. I've been there. I've spent hours, days, weeks, and even months perfecting an idea or project, only to end up with nothing because I was afraid to take the next step. I was paralyzed by the fear that I wasn't ready, that it wouldn't be good enough, or that it might fail. But here's what I learned. Perfection is an illusion. No matter how hard you try, things will never be perfect. You will always have doubts. There will always be things that could be better, and there will always be challenges along the way. But that's all part of the process. True progress and purpose come when you take action, even if it's imperfect. I've realized that it's better to take imperfect action than to take no action at all. If you're struggling to find your purpose, stop waiting for perfection. Start moving forward, even if it's messy. Every step you take, no matter how small, will get you closer to where you need to be. Perfectionism will only keep you stuck in place. The danger of overthinking. The fourth thing you need to stop doing is overthinking. I've spent so many hours overanalyzing, second-guessing, and replaying scenarios in my mind, trying to figure out the right path. But the truth is, overthinking doesn't lead to clarity. It leads to confusion. The more I thought about every little detail, the more paralyzed I became. I was trapped in a cycle of doubt and fear, unable to move forward. At one point, I realized that the answers I was looking for weren't in my mind, they were in my actions. Overthinking keeps you in a loop of uncertainty, but the only way to get clarity is to take action. It doesn't have to be big, bold action. It can be a small step forward, but it's still progress. When you stop overthinking and take action, you'll start to see the path unfold. And with each step, the fog will start to clear, and your purpose will become more apparent. If you feel stuck in your search for purpose, stop overthinking. Instead, take a small action and trust that the answers will come as you move forward. You don't need to have it all figured out to get started. The trap of fear and comfort zones. The last thing you need to stop doing is letting fear hold you back. Fear is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck in life. It keeps us in our comfort zones where we feel safe but unfulfilled. For so long, I let fear dictate my decisions. I was afraid of failure, afraid of rejection, and afraid of stepping into the unknown. But what I've learned is that fear is not a sign that you shouldn't do something. It's a sign that you're on the verge of growth. Whenever I've stepped out of my comfort zone, I've experienced the most growth, the most clarity, and the most sense of purpose. If you're feeling stuck, it's because you've been playing it safe for too long. It's time to face your fears, take that leap, and trust that the universe will guide you along the way. Now I want to challenge you. If you've been feeling lost or stuck in your search for purpose, choose one of these things to stop doing today. Whether it's stopping the comparison game, letting go of perfectionism, or taking action despite your fear, commit to one small change today. Remember, your purpose isn't something you find all at once. It's something you uncover through the actions you take, the choices you make, and the way you show up in the world. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to stop doing today to start moving toward your purpose? Drop it in the comments below. And let's hold each other accountable on this journey. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on self-discovery, growth, and personal development. Your purpose is waiting for you. It's time to stop holding yourself back and start moving forward.